and welcome to Something Witchy, a Sabrina the Teenage Witch rewatch podcast. I'm Laura Cotter.
And I'm Skye Orchard.
How you doing today, Skye?
I am doing okay. I impulse booked myself a trip to Scotland in August as a treat.
What are you rewarding yourself for?
Existing.
That works.
No, I wanted to go to Scotland for my 30th, and 2021 was not a year of traveling, so figure for 35th, I'm gonna do it.
I like that. I'm supposed to get, next year I'll be 40. And I'm supposed to get some sort of big travel thing because my sister got New York Broadway trip for her 40th, which was also postponed because of the pandemic. So how long are you going to be in Scotland? Do you know yet?
So far, I have booked hiking through the Isle of Skye for 7 days. And then I'll do like Edinburgh and Glasgow and such. So maybe 2.5 weeks. We'll see. Try and do probably as long as Turkey.
Nice. Did you already request the time off?
We have the week I'm hiking as our full all-company off week. And then I told my manager that I'm just going to Scotland and have fun without me. And he was like, okay.
Nice. I love that. That'll be super fun. We will need to record ahead of time. Start doing it now.
Proactivity?
It will take us that many months to create a buffer again.
Probably.
All right. Our question this week, 3 parts. The first part was going to be Disneyland or Disney World. You've only been to Disneyland.
Correct.
As we just discussed before you hopped on. I've been to both. I've only been to Disney World once. I prefer Disneyland. I feel like Disney World's too much.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's overwhelming and it's so spread out. I feel like Disneyland's easier to handle. I think it's also, it's what I grew up going to as a West Coast kid. Everybody like west of the Mississippi goes to Disneyland. Everybody east goes to Disney World. So, Disneyland then, what is your favorite ride? Or what was your favorite ride as a kid and has it changed as an adult?
Space Mountain, which is now the Star Wars version of Space Mountain.
Same forever and always? Never changed?
Yes.
Mine was Matterhorn as a kid. I still do like it as an adult, but it's a little less forgiving on your back.
Yeah, and those bobsleds can be awkward, like sitting right next up to someone.
Yeah. So as an adult, I prefer Big Thunder Railroad.
So back problems or whiplash?
So Big Thunder Railroad has sentimental meaning to me. It was like the first, because I don't count Matterhorn as like a fast ride. So it was the first like kind of big fast ride I went on as a kid. And I was sitting next to my dad when I went on it. And to help me be less scared, my dad talked about the physics of the ride the entire ride through.
Oh, that's cute.
So every time I'm on Big Thunder Railroad, I think about my dad and think about him talking about now, lean this way because the forces are pushing you this way. Yeah, so that's my favorite ride. Last question. If you were to work at Disneyland, you can choose either a specific ride or just a general area. Where would you work?
I would work Galaxy's Edge, or I feel like sitting in a mascot costume would be one of the best workouts because you're in like a sweat sauna. I feel like that'd be a great exercise plan.
Did you ever have to wear any of the costumes that we had at the museum?
I was Sid the Science Kid.
So you
that was
know
me.
Then. You're not going in with no experience. Okay. Then I'm not going to press you too hard on that mascot question. Were you the person who got like kicked in the Sid the Science Kid outfit?
I've blocked out a lot of that job, so could not tell you.
Someone got like mauled in that outfit. I can't remember who it was. Mine, I think, would be the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, purely for the costume. I don't care about doing little kids' hair. I just want the fairy godmother outfit.
Nice.
All right, we're on episode 23. After this one, we have 3 more left in this season. And then we'll probably do Sabrina Goes to Rome in between seasons 2 and 3, even though it technically came out a couple episodes into season 3. I don't know if we're going to do anything for the holidays again this year. I've been trying to think. I haven't had any good ideas, though, come to my mind. None of the Sabrina actors are in any Hallmarky Christmas movies this year, although Melissa Joan Hart did produce one, if we wanted to count that, although I feel like that's a bit of a stretch.
Wasn't Beth in like a raunchy Santa one?
Was she?
Not Hallmark, obviously, but I think like Netflix or something.
Oh, yeah. I think there was one last year we can do that.
We'll see what the rating is.
Was it The Merry Gentleman? don't think that was super. I don't see anything on her IMDb that looks like it'd be crazy.
Could be gaslighting myself. I do that frequently.
Or we could just pick an old Christmas one that they've been into. There's plenty of those to choose from.
If y'all have suggestions
Yeah.
on what you would like, because we'll definitely need to have a couple of minis soon as y'all prepare, especially since I disappear for a month for work.
Oh, The Merry Gentleman is the Netflix one. It's rated TV 14.
Oh, that's not bad.
It has Chad Michael Murray in it. Okay, we're definitely watching that one. We'll look up and see what other ones they've been in and maybe come up with a couple of different Christmas movies to watch. That's the plan. And I'll try to think if there's any little games we can play. I don't know if there's been a lot more fanfics written between this year and last.
You mean we didn't inspire more fanfics?
We can check. I have not browsed AO3 recently for the Sabrina tags. I don't think I can do another round of real or AI because I did basically all the ones from seasons 2 and 3 that were hard. And then we have new characters coming up in season 4. And so that's going to prove difficult. I'll try to think of other fun games we can play. We're almost there. I'm proud of us. We only missed 1 week of recording so far.
Wasn't it on your New Year's bingo to get through season 2?
Yes,
for January?
to get through recording.
Nice.
Yeah. I knew we were pretty safe on that one as long as nothing went too off the rails. So that was
Only
not a
slightly
stretch
off
goal.
the rails.
You got to have some softball goals in there to like keep the morale up. Season 2, episode 23, Disney World. Our TV guide description. Her class goes to Disney's Animal Kingdom, where Sabrina turns Libby and Valerie into zebras. Our streaming description is a school trip to Disney World becomes yet another test for Sabrina on the road to her witch's license.
I think I like TV Guide.
Oh, I was going to say streaming. Okay, give me your reasons.
Because it sets your expectation that you're not getting the full Disney World experience, that you're just going to see Animal Kingdom. I was expecting a lot more of Disney World.
I think Animal Kingdom had like just opened, and I think this was the promo for it. I like the streaming one because I feel like the Libby and Valerie into zebras is such a small part of it. It's bigger than that. It originally aired April 24th, 1998, after episode 22 that we did last week. Paramount Plus. Get it right. David Traynor returns as our director, and we have David Lesser as our writer. He also wrote for Coach and Who's the Boss. We only have 3 guest stars. First is Brian LaRosa as Tootie from Planet of the Apes, which I just realized is like kind of funny. Planet of the Apes, he plays a caveman here. Congo and the Country Bears movie, which I never saw. Paul Dillery as Bellboy, and this is his only credit. And then Trish DePrume as the cheerleader, and this is her only credit. So very small guest list. Not surprising they couldn't afford a lot of guest actors when they're also already going to Disney World and paying for all of that. This is part of a series of TGIF shows that have gone to Disney World. So we had Family Matters went in season 6, episodes 22 and 23. Boy Meets World went in season 3, episode 21. And Step by Step went in season 5, episode 22. Sabrina is the last of the TGIF shows to go. As a bonus, Roseanne and Full House also both had Disney World episodes, as did Blossom. So Blossom was the first one to do Disney World episode. They were actually on NBC, but because they were produced by Touchstone Picture Studio, which is the Disney production studio at the time, they did a Disney World episode.
Cool.
Disney loves some product integration.
Shocking.
And those were all just like the ones from the 90s. I didn't like, there's been more since then. Like The Middle did one, I think. George Lopez, I think, did one. But I wasn't touching those. I was just talking about the 90s. What were your overall thoughts of this episode, Skye?
It was a fun little episode. I feel like the scenes were very, very quick.
So quick. I was looking at my notes as I was doing this. I'm like, okay, one sentence.
It's nice that they gave Nathan like a fun part. I feel like he's background a lot of the time, and this was like Harvey got to actually do something and have a plot line per se.
How much would you kill to have been on that safari ride as Nate Richard is narrating it for you?
Not as much as you.
I would have loved to be a guest in the parks that day and gotten that treatment. That would have been amazing. It's definitely a classic, well-known episode. Don't super love the Zelda caveman storyline. Like, I get why they did it, but it's kind of weird. Not because I have any problems with like Tootie or anything. It's just very shoehorned. It didn't feel like a natural progression.
That's valid.
I also do not believe in any world would Hilda have stuck around and not just bailed and been like, you're on your own, I'm going on rides.
That was one of my notes too, of like, why is Hilda negotiating the time spent in the fossil area? Like, you're your own human adult, Hilda.
Also, single riders, you get like up to the front of the line.
Also, for being chaperones, not really chaperoning anyone.
I mean, we already know they're terrible as adult human beings, so. All right, let's get into the episode. We start with our cold open. Mr. Kraft stops Harvey from playing hacky stack in the hallway with some friends and tells him to go study instead.
What is this obsession you young people have with joy, he asks.
Oh, Mr. Kraft, anything that brings happiness. Quizmaster tries to sell Sabrina candy and also warns her there is a big exam coming.
It doesn't involve changing the Earth's orbit, does it? Because the last time I tried that, a little thing called El Nino happened, chimes in Sabrina.
He can't tell her when, but he can tell her where. Mr. Kraft comes wandering by and Quizmaster snaps his finger, causing him to yell, "Class trip to Florida." Another snap, and Sabrina exclaims, "We're going to Disney World."
Man, it would suck to be in that high school and not be in Sabrina's class. And you're just like, oh, why do they get to go to Disney World? Or like, what, juniors?
The whole school did get the giant flan. So, or was that in her dream? Was that in the mirror world? Was that not in the real world? That was in Mirror World. Real World did not get giant flan.
No flan for you.
The whole school, though, did get chased by the fear monster.
Oh, yippee. Congrats.
Our outfit intro is a boxer outfit. And she says, put him up, put up your feet and watch our show.
And then she does like a cheerleader kick. It was a very weird outfit intro. Also, if you're going to put up your gloves, put them up near your face, not your torso.
Good thing she wasn't actually fighting anyone. Zelda and Hilda are packing to chaperone the Disney trip. Zelda is looking forward to the paleontology day. Hilda reminds her that the bones will be fake. They call to Salem that they're leaving, but they can't find him. But we see him sneaking in Hilda's bag.
I love Splash Mountain more than life itself, Hilda says. And of course she does. Remember when we asked which side of the Civil War she would be on?
Do we think she'd be one of those people on Facebook being like, how dare they change history by turning it into Tiana's Bayou?
Song of the South is the best.
I mean, if you don't know where Song of the South came from, if all you know about Splash Mountain is rabbits singing a song, it's a great ride. If you know where the song came from and the movie it's related to, then you're like, oh.
This is a problem.
Sabrina, Harvey, and Valerie are all excited to be at Disney, but the cool crowd doesn't seem to care. Valerie says she wants to be like the cool crowd and pretends not to care, but then they find out that Sabrina and Valerie are rooming together, and Valerie starts screaming and jumping up and down. Sabrina and Valerie are planning their day when there's a knock at the door for a room service. It's Quizmaster. Sabrina tells Valerie to go ahead so she can eat her licorice. And Valerie gives her a look, and I'm like, Valerie, you are the person who brought licorice to the canned food drive. You cannot judge Sabrina's licorice room service.
You can judge that it's black licorice, though.
But it's not for her, it's for Quizmaster.
You can judge Quizmaster's taste as well.
Yes. Valerie leaves, and Quizmaster tells Sabrina her quiz is to brew a potion that will turn herself into an animal and another potion that will turn herself back without using her finger. He gives her a list of ingredients that is mostly tropical plants, and she can't go on any rides until she completes it.
So it's interesting that we learn the rules, quote unquote rules, where it's turn herself, and we're gonna throw the rules out the window in true Sabrina fashion.
Also, the reason he gives her that she needs to be able to do this is it's because in case you're lost in an unknown land, your finger's broken, and you need to become an animal in order to survive. But you better hope it's a tropical land that has these exact plants in it. Unless the tropical plants turn you into like tropical animals. But if you're in the mountains, you get turned into like a moose.
Maybe. Also, didn't we learn that you can do magic without your finger?
Some people can. I don't know.
If your finger's broken, just hope you can do magic without it.
Next week, it's going to be something completely different. Harvey and Valerie are exploring the park without Sabrina, and Libby comes over to put the moves on Harvey, but Sabrina finally arrives. She makes an excuse about a report she needs to do and ditches them again.
When Sabrina walks up to them, she says, Libby, the Jungle Cruise wants its shrunken head back. Oh, sorry, that's your actual head, which was a good one. Also, continuity. Why is Libby suddenly trying to flirt with Harvey again? Has, like, Florida gone to her brain? Did a mosquito bite her and she's going crazy? So confused.
I don't know. Did you catch later on? Because she's like, oh, Sabrina's not around, so I can go flirt with him, implying that Sabrina and Harvey are maybe together. But then there's another point where I think Libby refers to Harvey as just like Sabrina's good friend.
I think she was being sarcastic, though, of like, oh, you're just good friends.
Okay. So we still don't know. These two are still in limbo land, which I've gotten used to at this point, to be honest. I assume they're not together. We haven't seen them on any dates. We haven't seen them kiss, I think, since Christmas. I'm assuming they're not together, but they both still have feelings for each other. Hilda and Zelda are planning their day and fighting over how much time to spend digging for bones. Salem wants to come with them, but they say he has to stay behind because cats aren't allowed in the park. And that is false. There is an Instagram account about Disneyland, and I don't know if it's Disney World cats or just Disneyland cats.
It would make sense if they had them at both for the rodent populations.
It's Disney cats. You can follow the Instagram page. They're adorable. They have names. I'm sad I haven't seen one yet in person.
I've seen one.
No. What did it look like?
A cat.
Well, I know, like black cat, tabby cat, orange cat, like...
I cannot remember. I just know I saw a Disney cat.
Just lie to me. Like, just pick a cat.
Tabby.
Thank you. Just then, housekeeping comes in and Salem escapes. Sabrina is looking for plants, but Mr. Kraft accuses her of trespassing on park property. And she gives the excuse that she's looking for an ice machine. Zelda is digging for bones to Hilda's annoyance, but Zelda finds a real fossil. And this is the start of some very, very short scenes. Sabrina is again looking for plants, and Mr. Kraft scolds her again, but she zaps the little tiny ice bucket into the bushes, and she's like, I found it. Zelda is examining the bone closely. Hilda leaves to get bug spray. Libby notices that Harvey is all alone, and Sabrina is nowhere to be seen, except for that girl who the cheerleader chimes in late being like, you mean Valerie? Hilda overhears this conversation and zaps Harvey away to protect him, leaving Valerie and Libby alone together. Harvey has appeared as a safari guide on a safari ride. For those of you who have not been to Disney World but have been to Disneyland, this is very similar to the Jungle Cruise ride, where he makes corny jokes as they travel through the safari. And this is kind of where I got the idea of like, what would your job be? Because I definitely thought you would love to tell the Jungle Cruise jokes, Skye.
I don't know. I feel like there's no original content to think of anymore until they change up the Jungle Cruise. It's all been thought of. You don't get a workout sitting and making puns.
All right. Okay. Fair. So when Harvey appears on the safari ride, he says, please keep your arms inside. If anyone has a pacemaker or smells like fresh meat, let me know. Libby and Valerie are still looking around for Harvey and decide to go look for him together. And Libby, she's a really good actress, I guess, because she immediately cheers up and she's like, yeah, let's go together. And, doesn't even, hint at being annoyed to be with Valerie.
West Nile make you go crazy?
I don't know. Maybe. But that'd be a real fast onset, West Nile.
It's Florida. The mosquitoes are probably the size of those Disney cats. Severe, rare cases of neuroinvasive West Nile virus can cause mental status changed.
Sure, let's go with that. Libby has West Nile.
Canon.
Sabrina finds and picks a star aster when Mr. Kraft finds her yet again in the foliage. Her excuse this time is that she was looking for a bathroom. Zelda casts a spell to make the bone tell her about itself. The bone makes grunting noises that Hilda interprets as bone cold.
The spell is, of this bone there is much in doubt, so of yourself tell me all about. To which Hilda says, that poem was so bad you could get a grant. It's not a poem, Hilda. It's a spell.
Also, I completely missed this part. When Hilda first comes back, she has her Disney gear on because she hit the stores. And she said, I got you a personalized souvenir mug. They didn't have Zelda, so I got Pam. Libby and Valerie get off the ride, laughing and actually seeming to have a good time, to Libby's disgust. Harvey is still guiding the safari ride. This one he says, we're now approaching Hippo River. The hippopotamuses are among the most aggressive animals in the jungle. Fortunately, our Harambe therapists are working with the hippos to channel that anger. Hippos are scary. They portray them as nice little animals. They're terrifying.
There are two animals you do not mess with. Hippos, if you're in tropical, and moose, if you're in mountains.
I'm going to say any primate. also goes on that list.
Even the cute little tiny ones that
they bite. Anything that's human with a complete lack of any sort of like empathy.
That's mean to monkeys. We don't know if they are lacking empathy.
Maybe towards other monkeys, they don't give a crap about us.
I feel like that's offensive to Coco, the gorilla. Rest in peace, Coco.
Salem finds his way to the safari, but is scared off by a flamingo.
And this cat actor gets an Emmy, retroactively. Such great acting. The best acting, better than Libby, of this episode goes to that kitty cat.
I can't believe they got permission to put a flamingo and a cat together like that. That is insane. And they did this in a studio somewhere. Like, they don't actually have the cat in Disney World. So they had to rent a flamingo, bring it to the soundstage, trap the cat and the flamingo on the soundstage together.
Get the cat to approach the flamingo, second guess itself, wait long enough for the flamingo to approach, hiss in terror, and then run away while the flamingo's just standing there.
Do you think they just put the cat and the flamingo together and just waited to see what would happen and then wrote the script for it? And like, if the cat had attacked the flamingo, it would have been a different script. Maybe they're just like, let's see what happens.
Like, what are your controls in the 90s for animal safety?
Is the flamingo trained? Can you train a flamingo?
I don't know. I've never seen a flamingo in a bird show.
Let me call up Tracy Aviary. Can you train a flamingo?
You get on that.
Okay. I'll make some inquiries. Sabrina finds Valerie with Libby. She asks where Harvey is, and Libby wonders why Sabrina doesn't know where he is. Oh, this is because he's your good friend. That's where she says it. Sabrina pulls Valerie off to the side and asks why she's hanging out with Libby. Valerie says because Libby actually wanted to and invites Sabrina along, but Sabrina lost half of her work to a jerk with a leaf blower and takes off again. Zelda is still examining the bone and zaps it again to give it more consciousness, turning it into a full-blown caveman. His name is Tootie and starts attracting attention from other Disney guests, so they take him back to the hotel. Sabrina is in her hotel room checking off her list of ingredients when Salem comes in, crying to be let in. He claims that he was savagely attacked by a pterodactyl. Sabrina has finished brewing her first potion while she gets the rest of the plants for the second one. Valerie comes back to get more sunscreen, and Sabrina asks if she's still hanging out with Libby. Valerie, disgruntled, asks why Sabrina is so suspicious, as if she could never be popular. Sabrina is just trying to look out for her, though. Valerie can be cool. Sabrina tells her that she can trust Libby if she wants, but Sabrina wouldn't. Valerie has done this before, where she's just completely forgotten everything horrible Libby has ever said or done in the past and seeks validation from Libby while ignoring the one person who's actually been her friend. This is what drives me insane about Valerie. Because if Libby actually invited Valerie into her group, she would drop Sabrina like a hot potato.
I feel like the animal Valerie should have been turned into is a goldfish. That memory ain't there.
Sabrina leaves to do more foraging, and Valerie spots the potion, mistaking it for tea. She thinks Libby would love some iced tea and pours some in a bottle to go, with Salem watching her. And I thought he was talking at first, but he's just thinking, I wouldn't do that. Valerie and Libby still haven't found Harvey. He is still on the safari ride.
No, ma'am. The impalas we're going to see are antelopes with red coats, not American-made sedans with front-wheel drive. It's the same situation as the falcons.
Oh, Harvey. How much do you think he enjoyed this episode? He's like, sweet, I just get to sit on the safari ride and tell bad jokes the whole time?
It is a larger amount of words he gets to say in this episode than in quite a few.
Definitely more than last episode. Valerie offers Libby some iced tea, but it splashes on both of them when she opens it, turning them into zebras. So it's a potion you don't even have to drink. You just get drops of it on yourselves, and you turn into an animal. Okay, Mr. Kraft comes by, having seen the zebras and noticing that they're in the wrong area. He sees the bottle on the ground that says property of Sabrina Spellman. He knew she would be involved in something weird. Salem is eating his third jar of macadamia nuts from the minibar when Sabrina gets back.
Some squirrels broke in. I'm just tidying up.
Which, they all know Salem. No one's gonna believe that lie. She still needs one more plant, but wanted to apologize to Valerie. She sees that the potion is missing, and Salem tells her that Valerie took it. Sabrina runs out to find Valerie just as room service arrives for Salem.
After hearing that the potion can turn people into animals, Salem goes, people into animals? Why am I finding it hard to summon sympathy?
And his room service is carp, and more carp. What room service offers carp?
Florida room service.
Disney room service. I guess Disney's one of those places where, like, if it makes you happy, they're gonna find a way to get it to you.
If you wish upon a star.
Oh, hold on. I need to take a picture of this cat, right, real quick.
Lizzie, do not bug her. Lizzie, let her sleep.
You need to leave that in. The cats are all going insane. They're like, this is the wrong night for you to do this.
The routine ain't routining anymore.
Hilda and Zelda are watching Tootie destroy the hotel room. He is grunting, and Hilda interprets that as him being hungry. Zelda decides to go back to where they found him to analyze the soil to find out what he would eat, leaving Hilda to keep an eye on him. Does Zelda know nothing about her sister?
Really makes you wonder.
Zelda is one of those book smart, not street smart people. Sabrina is running around yelling for Valerie when Mr. Kraft appears with the empty bottle. He says that he found it by 2 zebras. Sabrina makes up an excuse for why she wants to know more about the zebras. She's looking for Valerie and happens to know that she's a real zebra fanatic. It's a real problem. There are no support groups. Gotta go. Mr. Kraft is still suspicious because there are support groups for everything. Mr. Kraft may be one of my favorite parts of this episode because he's like so close to like getting that there's something crazy going on, but he just like can't. He refuses to let himself make that leap to magic.
Also, like, everyone's established it's warm outside, right? They're in like tank tops and shorts. And Mr. Kraft is in like a full windbreaker, long sleeves, long pants, multiple layers outfit.
He's the opposite of those guys in Utah that wear shorts all winter long. He's the opposite of that. Maybe he's just really worried about bugs and West Nile virus.
It's true. He doesn't want to go crazy like Libby.
Hilda and Tootie are watching Petticoat Junction on TV.
Petticoat Junction is an American television sitcom that originally aired on CBS from September 1963 to April 1970. The series takes place at the Shady Rest Hotel, which is run by Kate Bradley, her 3 daughters, Billy Jo, Bobby Jo, and Betty Jo, and her uncle, Joe Carson. The series is one of 3 interrelated shows about rural characters produced by Paul Henning. Petticoat Junction was created upon the success of Henning's previous rural-urban themed sitcom, The Beverly Hillbillies. The success of Petticoat Junction led to a spin-off, Green Acres.
Number 1, that's too many Joes for one sitcom. Number 2, the minute you say Green Acres, I start singing the theme song in my head. Sabrina comes in telling Hilda what happened to Valerie and Libby.
You think that's bad? I once turned the entire USC marching band into garter snakes.
Of course she did. She doesn't say anything about turning them back.
She does not.
Sabrina needs a clamshell orchid for the turn back potion. Tootie pipes up and Hilda says he can help them find it. All 3 of them go out to find the plant. Harvey is still on the safari. This line is, the black rhino you see on your left is named Tiffany. Tiffany's turn-ons include volleyball and Judith Cran's novels. Her turn-offs are war and people who smoke. No, sir, she's not waving at you. Tootie points out where Sabrina can find an orchid, but Mr. Kraft appears before she can get it. Sabrina hides the ingredient jar behind her back. Hilda and Tootie catch up with her, and Sabrina gives the excuse that Tootie is Hilda's new boyfriend. And even though we just saw that Sabrina couldn't grab the orchid, in the next scene she has the orchid. And she puts it in the potion. They've also magically found the zebras. I don't know how they knew where the zebras are, but they've been found. We have a very bad green screen effect where she flicks some of the potion onto the zebras, and Valerie and Libby turn back into human.
Let's hope this works. I don't think being a zebra is going to help Valerie's self-esteem.
Salem looks around the hotel room filled with plates and glasses from room service.
He asks what lessons we've learned, and we've learned that 14 shrimp cocktails should not be accompanied by an entire shepherd's pie. This is after he's also had carp on carp on carp and 3 bottles of macadamia nuts.
And that's all that we've seen. I bet you he ate that licorice after Quizmaster left.
Probably.
Libby and Valerie are trying to explain to Mr. Kraft they have no idea how they got where he found them or why their mouths taste of grass. Mr. Kraft thinks he knows and uses the excuse Sabrina gave earlier of Valerie's obsession with zebras. Libby immediately turns on Valerie. Mr. Kraft and Libby go to ride the safari ride, and Sabrina comforts Valerie. I'm uncomfortable with Mr. Kraft and Libby's relationship at this point.
They like loop arms as well. Like, no touching.
They do. Wonderful actors. Love how well they play it. I wonder how much those two just like spent cracking each other up. I'm betting that's what it was. Sabrina comforts Valerie and they both apologize to each other and decide to go on a ride. Sabrina and Valerie run into Hilda, Zelda, and Tootie. Zelda asks where Harvey is, but Sabrina and Valerie don't know. Hilda suddenly remembers what she did and zaps her finger. Harvey has come to the end of the safari ride just as Libby and Mr. Kraft get to the front of the line. The magic hits him and he realizes he's not a tour guide, but he can't stop talking like one. And his final line, that concludes our trip through the Harambe Reserve. Please make sure you take all your belongings with you. And to that couple who taunted the mandrills, that stuff will come out with a little club soda. And then he says to Mr. Kraft, I'm near a termite mound that antelopes use as a lookout post. Help me! Harvey finds Sabrina and Valerie.
Valerie asks, weren't we forbidden to do any missionary work on this trip? Where did that come from? What's the story behind that?
I can absolutely see Valerie being part of some weird religion where they dress up in safari guide outfits. I was trying to combine the words safari and Scientology, and it's not working.
Safaritology.
Safariology.
Make that a quiz. Safaritology or safariology?
Okay. Sabrina gets them all lemonade served by Quizmaster. She passed her test, and then he jokes that now she has to spend a night alone in Antarctica, and then continues the joke was, oh, I'm joking, it's a week, and then laughs, and Sabrina's unamused.
Still questioning how she passed this test, but whatever.
I mean, I guess it didn't say she had to turn herself into the animal. It just said you had to make a potion that was capable of turning you into an animal. And then a potion that could turn you back.
It did say she had to.
It did?
Mm-hmm.
We all know how much the other realm cares about the well-being of mortals. And they're like, oh, you want to use mortals as your test subject? Sure, that counts. Sabrina asks Hilda and Zelda if they turned Tootie back into a bone, but they couldn't do that to him. So they cleaned him up, taught him some English, and found a place for him. Mr. Kraft goes up to a stand to get a drink, and there is Tootie working. However, he only knows how to say ice or no ice. In the end tag, Mr. Kraft is talking with Tootie about Hilda and how strange she is. Tootie grunts in agreement. Then Mr. Kraft talks about Sweden and recommending a dentist to Tootie.
So imagine you're a caveman.
Yeah.
You were a bone for however many thousands, millennia of years there. You get a second chance at life, essentially. You're immediately thrust into the capitalist cog machine of Disney World. You don't get to go see the world. You're stuck as a salesperson.
Flip side to that, would you be okay with capitalism knowing that, like, the food we have is so much better and more accessible now? The healthcare is so much, well, maybe not accessible, but it's better. Antibiotics exist.
For now.
So would you just be so overwhelmed by the amount of, like, advances and the improvements in the world that you wouldn't even notice the capitalism part?
I don't know. I think he should at least get a day to go see what's out there besides a drink stand.
He is going to work his way up that corporate ladder. He's starting at drink stand. Next, he's going to be, vice president of beverages. Especially if he can just be a grunting yes man. He's a white male. He's going to go far.
Congrats, Tootie.
Oh, all right. That was our episode. That was fun. I enjoyed that. The next episode is season 2, episode 24, Sabrina's Choice. Do you have a guess for this one, Skye? It doesn't give you much to go on.
Oh gosh, is Sabrina going to make a choice? Who knows? I think it's going to be a big choice with consequences simply because we are 3 episodes away from being done with this season. And whatever choice she makes, it's not going to just be a lesson of the week. It's going to have lasting impact that's going to take us into season 3.
Well, I'll give you a hint of where this title comes from. I don't know if this is going to help or hurt your guess.
Is it Sophie's choice?
Mm-hmm. So do you have a guess of what that choice is going to have to be?
It would be between Hilda and Zelda then.
Well, join us next time to see how right or wrong Skye is.
I'm always right.
I mean, if you're listening to this podcast, you've probably watched Sabrina 1,000 times, so you probably already know. There are still some episodes that I forget. Until next time, please like, share, rate, and subscribe to this podcast. Oh, before we go, I want to shout out some new states that have shot up in the rankings. Hold on, let me pull up the stats. So our number 1 state for the past month, our number 1 state has been Washington.
Okay. Twist.
Arizona.
Also twist.
Tennessee.
Twist.
Virginia.
Okay.
And then we get to California. So Utah is pretty far down the list. But hey, whoever has discovered us in Washington, welcome.
What if it's Bigfoot?
Oh, I think this has got to be a family of Bigfoots because there's quite a few downloads. I don't think we don't even have that many episodes for how many downloads that is.
Bigfoots or big feet?
Bigfoots. Not big feet.
The Bigfoots family.
No, if you do that, you don't do the S. It's just the Bigfoot family.
Yeah.
The Bigfoots. The big feets.
Oh, now we're going into feets after I said it? I see.
Is it like moose? Or like
Meese.
Bigfoot can be plural or singular? Any of those cryptid fans out there, you care to weigh in on this? Like, oh, is it Mothman or is it Mothmen? Mothmans.
If we have Virginia on the list. Oh, Mothman is West Virginia. Just kidding.
I would say close enough, but then I feel like all our Virginia people would stop listening to us.
Virginia has its own. Each state has like its own little cryptid.
What's ours?
Skinwalkers.
Oh, yep.
Which you do not mess around with.
If they're real. I'm assuming they're real. Anyway, thank you to our new friends. You can email us at somethingwitchypod@gmail.com to weigh in on the foot feet debate. You can follow us on Instagram at somethingwitchypod. Something's going on with Instagram where it's not sharing out our posts lately. So I promise I'm still posting. It's just not. It won't even show it on my personal account when I post on the podcast account. It takes it like a day to show up on my personal account.
Did we offend Zuckerberg?
I mean, probably. But that would rely on him actually listening to this podcast.
He doesn't have to listen. Meta has to listen.
Oh, that's true. It's the AI uprising. It's coming for us. You can follow us on TikTok at something.witchy.pod. Until next time.
Stay magical.